Okay, what I'm going to do today is real quick, just give you a refresher course on setting up your paper for MLA formatting. So anytime you type an assignment, you need to do it this way, okay? And this should be review. You guys have done this before, but I just want to make sure you get it right this time because there have been mistakes. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up my header. So I'm going to move my cursor up here to the top, double click so it opens a header. I'm going to choose my page number. This is in Microsoft Word, by the way. Top of the page on the right, that's okay. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my number and I'm going to put in my last name and put a space. Make sure you put that space. Now, the only problem here is this is not Times New Roman. So I'm going to highlight my name and the number. Don't forget to highlight the number. And I'm going to change that to Times New Roman 12 point. And that is correct. Okay. Then I'm going to double click down here. Now, one of the most common errors is your paragraph line spacing. There's a difference between line spacing and paragraph line spacing. Line spacing is when you do word wrap. So you're just typing and it goes to the next line automatically. It's going to do it right. But every time you hit enter, if your paragraph line spacing isn't set up correctly, you're going to have an extra space. Okay. So let me show you what that means. So I'm going to, my paragraph line spacing is set correctly, but for some reason, most computers default to 8. This number right here is defaulted to 8. Okay, so this is the spacing before and after a paragraph. So I'm going to save that so that I can show you with a header what that looks like and how it looks different. Okay, but before I do that, we wanted to fix our font, Times New Roman 12 point. Now I will tell you guys, a lot of people tell me that they change the font after they're done typing. I don't want you to do that because many times you miss highlighting a place or something, and then I have different fonts, and I have seen this happen numerous times. So I want you to set up your font before you start typing. Okay, so we're going to do our header. So we have the student name, and then my name, and then the class, let's just do it for World Lit / G, and then the date, we'll just say 24 September 2021, then a space, and then we want to center our assignment title. Okay, now I was thinking this is not set up because this is set up for single spacing. So I'm going to put a double spacing and let you guys see. Okay, so notice how much space is between each line. That is more than double. That's because of that paragraph line spacing. So I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to go back and fix that line spacing to 0 and watch what happens. See how that's scrunched up? That's what you want to have happen, okay? So make sure you fix that paragraph line spacing in there and make sure everything is double spaced, okay? So that's it in Microsoft Word. Now I'm going to show you in Office 365, okay? Because it's a little bit different in Office 365, okay? So first off, to set up your header, you want to see this pop out there, okay? So I'm going to pop that out, and then I'm going to insert page numbers, top of page on the right, and then I'm going to put my last name and a space, okay? But again, we need to highlight my name and those little symbols and change it to Times New Roman. Okay, now you notice the number doesn't show up here, but what will happen when you print it, it will show the number, okay? Just make sure you have highlighted it and made the right number. So I'm going to double click down here. Now see how that header is sticking out there? That means the header is there, okay? So that's all good. Okay, so now we want to put in our Times New Roman 12 point, okay? So that's set up. And then we want to fix that line spacing here. Okay, the paragraph line spacing. So if you go over here to the dots, do line spacing options, And there it is again. See, spacing before, after the paragraph. It's set to 8 point, and I want it to be at 0. Okay, and then we also want it double spaced. Okay, and click OK. Okay. One last thing you want to watch is you want to make sure your margins are set to 1 inch all around. And that's both in Word and Office 365. Okay, so now we're set. So now we're going to do our heading, name, teacher. Let's just be nice and do lit and comp. Oops. D. And then we're going to center. Pardon me. Where's my paragraph options? No, that's not right. Where's my center? I don't like Office 365. I don't know where it is in Office 365. I really don't like using Office 365. Should be right there, right? Ah, there it is right there. Okay. Okay, that was kind of silly. Okay, title. All right. So that's setting up your paper for MLA formatting. Make sure you do it right because you will get points off it if it isn't correct. Okay. All right. And that should be it.